Greetings, people. I welcome you all to another beautiful day. As our talk continues, that yes, how is the people in the world giving up fast? As if to say, things are not working again here on this planet Earth. Precisely here in this side of the continent where we are. How it seems that things are not working right. Things are working right. The way of God is not the way of man. It can never be, neither. As his thoughts are high above the knowledge of men, so also his ways. But men easily give up in following God wholeheartedly. But do not be deceived, for God reigneth, and he's still reigning. Now, quickly, from where we started from, that's how come the men of this world are thinking so fast that their prayers are not being answered as they call on God. As a result of that, in this our present generation, they are saying, let them go back to that which the forefathers, the three past generations were doing before now. And what are those things? Going to worship those idols and feel that those things will make them grow rich faster. What do you think in the life of a young girl going out to a 65 years old man? And what is in the heart of this full grown up man that has such a girl in his house, such age, and is coming out to ask the girl out, a girl of 25 years old, a girl of 27 to 30 years old, asking her to go out with her? The man needs a respect. How can he earn this respect from this young little girl? Charming her with his money. And when the boys, the same age with this girl, coming to the girl will tell them off and say, what can you offer me? Because there is one elderly man who is messing around, throwing 100 million naira to this young girl of 25 to 30 years old. And the girl will feel she has arrived. Eating your future meal now. That's exactly what this girl is doing. I will put it right so that you can understand it. Eating the head of her future. That's exactly what this young girl is doing. Because this man's life is fast fading. And where would she belong after this time out? Obviously, the man cannot marry her. She quite understands that perfectly, that this man cannot marry her. But what does the man want? Who can respect him for whom he is? The money is buying the respect for him. As a result, the younger generation of this girl's age now think their prayers are not being answered. And what is the result of these other young men in our own generation? The old mamas of 60, 65 to 70 are now falling in love with the boys. You see the way things are capsizing very fast. And now the young guys thinking that their prayers are not being answered, things has now gone the other way around. The young girls of their own age falling in love with the papas. The young men of their own age falling in love with the mamas. What an irony. What an irony in the generation where we are presently. And the young men are not okay to walk on the streets freely with these elderly women. And the young girls are ashamed to walk on the streets freely with these young guys. Even with the one they fall in love with that are 65 years and 70 years old, they cannot go on the streets with them. Rather, they will say, let us be in your car. So they will cruise in the car. And when they come out, they pretend to be giving attention with one young guy. And they'll be telling the guy nothing they happen. Something they happen if you look very deep. Now, another way around, the young girls that are now going out with their own age mates are now telling their own age mates they cannot walk freely on the streets with the young guy. But when they come inside, they will be asking the guy, why are you looking at me? Am I a mirror? Because there is something in her telling her that this person is not okay for her to walk with on the streets. What an irony under the sun. And this particular person feels she is doing the other person a favor by accepting to go out with him. You are not. Think twice. Think twice. Bible says the days are evil. They are evil. And the evil has rubbed on so many young guys, young ladies today. That when they come around, they feel that the thing in them or the thing they carry is gold. As a result, they give the guy total bullshit. And tell this guy, don't talk, don't complain. Why? Because she has a little edge financially. And this particular guy has not arrived financially. My dear ladies, think that God that brings two of you together can never make a mistake. If you think now that you has it, aid him up. There's nothing wrong. If a lady supports a guy in the house, CNN will carry the news. Al Jazeera will carry the news. But when the guy is carrying the responsibility, she doesn't go to China's. She doesn't go to Arise. She doesn't go to CNN to blow the news. She will tell you it is her rights. After all, men is there to provide for the women. And where is it written? Who told you that women cannot provide for the men? It is not that the men are handicapped, but everybody cannot rise up the same day. The God that made the fingers did not make mistake. He did not at all. He's a very wise God. Anybody's time can break at any particular point in time. If peradventure you have fallen in love with him and you still have the love for him, my dear, find a space in your heart to know that God that brings two of you together can never make a mistake. Nobody can be wiser than God. God has given some of us wisdom. And it is that God that will give glory back for giving us wisdom. So when you find such a fellow, when you find such a person, do not harass him. Do not harass the little blood in his life out of his blood. Cherish him, love him, and keep praying for him. For your prayer will avert some certain things much in his life Shalom.